You know, in Matthew chapter 19, verse 19, it says to love thy neighbor as thyself. Well, do you think God keeps his commandments? Do you think God keeps his own word? Do you think God obeys his own word? Of course he does. You see, God loves you the way he has always loved you. He loves his neighbor as himself. Now, this really helps me to understand why there are people out there criticizing people all the time, especially Christians. Christians are out there just, talking about those that are gay, talking about those that smoke and drink and hang out and do all that stuff. Opposite, you ought to be in church. Well, where are they getting all their information from to judge people? Now, that doesn't mean that I agree with people's decisions to do things carnally, because when you get down to it, it's the carnality and the carnal mind that really needs to be dealt with. Now, the thing is, God never stopped seeing any of us in his own image. God has not changed, we did. We're the ones that need to go back to the way God sees us. And when you do that, you got to come out of carnality. Now, you can't come out of carnality until you start seeing yourself the way God does. And when you practice seeing yourself the way God does, you gravitate away from carnality because it's law. Have you ever tried to stop smoking and found out it was so difficult? Why? Because you didn't deal with the real root, which was the thinking. It wasn't the smoking the cigarette, it's in the thinking. Well, I want you to know that God has never stumbled over the way he thinks of you and me, because he doesn't see you in sin. He sees you in his righteousness. Start doing that today, and I guarantee you all those carnal things you've been doing and the struggles you've been having will begin to dissipate from your life, and you will start to love your neighbor as yourself.